I have Freya in here. I had her in last week and we made a Training Tuesday video that was just released. I put her in the chute and I put the halter on and I worked on leading her out. And she did really well towards the end of the session. Today, now that she's in here, I'm just gonna kind of give her a minute to relax since I just separated her. And I'm gonna see if I can get up to her today without the chute and maybe at least have her make some contact with me. I don't think I'll be able to get the halter on without the chute quite yet, but I'm gonna see if I can at least get up to make that contact, and then if I can, I'm gonna give her a break, then I'm gonna put her in the chute, get the halter on, work on leading some more. If I can't, I'm just gonna put her in the chute, get the halter on and work on leading and work on her making that contact while she's already on the halter. She's already making progress, she's looking at me. So when she makes an attempt to look at me there, whether she's just turned towards me to look for another way out, if she gets her eyes on me, I'm gonna take a step away to take that pressure off. Because me walking towards her right here is pressure, but if I start backing off, that's taking the pressure away. She's staying here pretty long, which I'm happy about. She's still not quite reaching out yet, but she's staying there a lot longer than she would have in the past. So it tells me that she's really thinking about it. Good girl. Right there, she just sniffed my hand, so I'm gonna walk away for a minute. All this tells me that she is retaining the information of when I had the halter on her in the chute there, which makes me happy. It means that she does have the ability to learn and she has the ability to trust humans. She's just gonna need a little bit more work with it. I do have to be careful when working with animals like this too, because horses actually have the ability to kick out twice their body length. So if she were to whip around right now and kick out, she could actually hit me from where she is. Right there, she reached out again. She didn't quite touch me yet, but she still reached out. So I'm gonna take a step over here and just kind of wait for a second. She really is trying. Right there, she touched me. So I'm gonna give her a big break right there. I'm gonna give her at least a minute to hang out by herself after doing that. I am gonna go up and try to get that done one more time and see if she'll even let me pet her face a little bit after making the contact. If she continues to do well, I'm hoping by next week I'll be able to get a halter on her and without using the chute. I guess I didn't expect her to retain the information as well as she did. I think the last video I said within the next month I will be hoping that I can do it, but it is possible that I can get this done with her next week. Good girl. She's taking more steps towards me too, which is amazing. She's still backing up a little bit when I'm approaching, but it's not as severe as it was with her turning around and just running off. She's actually able to stay in here a lot longer. She is really thinking hard about all this. Good girl. Good job. So she's got the nervous poops, but she's doing it. Good job. She really is using her brain here. I'm really excited about this. She let me touch her forehead. She didn't have to move her feet, so I'll walk away, and she's even thinking about hooking on. Good girl. I had a lot of people asking in the comments what that snorting is. A lot of fearful horses that I work with here do that same thing. And I believe what it is them blowing the air out of their nose so they can get a better smell of what's around them. So they'll blow everything out of their nose and then take another smell to see if they can get a better sense of what it is. And she's thinking about it, but she's still really unsure. But before I give her that big break and then ask her to go to the chute, I want her to do it at least one more time so we can end on a good note before she goes over there. Good job. So I'll give her that big break. I'll just walk over here and get this opened up and ready for her to come over. And once she gets inside the chute there, I'm gonna sweep up some of this manure so I don't slip in it and she doesn't slip in it. And I'm asking her to go over there. I'm not gonna push her too much. So we'll give her some time to settle in there. Probably just about a minute, and then I'll get the halter on and we'll lead her out and see how she does. Now that she does have the halter on, I'm just gonna let her hang out in here with the halter on for a minute and just work on petting her. Still see she's, she has a really worried look in her eyes, and I'm sure with time that'll go away, but she's still gonna need a lot of work. And I can imagine it will be the same thing as before, where I'm just gonna open up this chute door and she's gonna fly out of there. I'm gonna refill this real quick and get some fly spray on her before I take her out, because she was kicking at the flies quite a bit. But I'm gonna take it slow. I have a way to teach horses that fly spray is okay. I've used it with all the other Mustangs here and they stand like it's nothing now, so we'll see how she does. Just gonna start with spraying it away from them. That went right back at me. I'll just start by spraying it out here and then slowly start going on him with it. She already is doing a lot better in here. I mean, she used to just, if you were standing next to her or behind her in the chute, she'd be trying to kick you the entire time. She's still pretty worried about it on the left side here, the right side I mean, but that's okay. I guarantee you after this, she will feel a lot better. So like I said, I believe that she still will fly out of here. So I'm just gonna be prepared. I'm just gonna set my hands and wait for her to relax. And then we'll start getting to work. And that was a lot faster that time. I believe the last time we did this, I had to set my hands up like that twice before she kind of settled. So I'll just give her a minute here. She can dance around all she wants. Good girl. So like I said, I'm just going to work a little bit on the making contact with her here on the halter. Good girl. And when she does, I'll just back away, give her space. And you're not trying to pull the horse towards you when you're doing this. You want to leave that rope nice and loose. Now just keep going. until she quits moving her feet. And she already doesn't need much pressure to get herself going. Like a lot of the time, if I just start walking away, she'll start coming with me and I don't have to put any tension on that rope. Right there is a little bit, but even then, that was less than a half a pound of pressure and she was coming forward. So now I'm just gonna work on walking towards her. And when she quits moving her feet, I'll stop walking towards her. Good job. And now give her a break. Now she can stay out there. That's one thing. You don't want them to get too comfortable with coming towards you like that because then they might try to run you over. You can just block them with your hand. Usually works. If they're a little bit more aggressive, you might want to have your flag with you so you can get them at a good distance. But she's responding pretty well to light pressure, so I'm not going to overload her right now with the flag. Like I was doing last time too, I'm just going to work on moving that halter around a little bit. Maybe even go up it, scratch her cheek while I'm doing it, and then move the halter knot, and then give her a break. And it's really important to give these guys lots of breaks, especially when you're first starting out. If you just have constant pressure, eventually they're going to hit a breaking point and it's not going to be pretty. So I did that on the left side there. I'll go ahead and do it on the right side too. I'll just work on moving this halter around from over here, maybe go up that line, just scratch her cheek. And you might lose it a couple times, but that's fine. Just keep working at it. I'm just going to wait for her to quit. So work on petting up her cheek there. Do it again. And that was a lot better, so I'll give her a break, and then I'm going to get the halter off of her. Make sure that I leave her first. If she leaves me first, she will go back in the chute. I will get the halter back on her, and we will do it again. It's very important to set that up from the beginning, that you leave them first. If they get too used to you letting them leave first, then it's going to be a wreck. If it isn't at the beginning, you're going to end up in a wreck eventually. And it might take some time, but that's fine. If it doesn't take much time, even better. I might even try to bring this hand up to see if I can get that halter too, just to get her used to two hands being up there. Same thing I did last time, just wait. Don't make too big of a deal out of it if she starts moving before you get the chance to get that off. If you make too big of a deal, you could scare her, and then she will definitely leave. So I'll just give her a minute here. Pet her. Good job. I'll take that off. Hang out here for a minute, and then I'll leave. Like I said, I'm hoping by next week I can get up to her and get her caught without putting her in the chute. But we got to go at her pace, so if we don't get it done by next week, that's fine. We'll just keep working at it until we can.